people make judgments about attraction, trust, and dominance within milliseconds of seeing someone's face and posture. I mean, people just know when someone's an alpha in the room, when someone's into them, when someone doesn't like them. All right, I'm going to expose one of the biggest open secrets in attraction. You don't need perfect abs. You don't need the perfect pickup line or a tragic childhood to be magnetic. You just need a body. And to know what it's saying when your mouth shuts up. Hey, I'm Mike, your friendly dating and relationship coach. And welcome back to Plant the Spark. This is episode 3. And today, we're going to go ahead and break down the actual science of body language. How to spark attraction without saying a single word. And for all you mushmouths, you can thank me later because honestly, these are tried and true body language signals. And let's be honest, half of communication is nonverbal, right? And the other half is people pretending to text back while decoding your tone. So grab a drink, relax those shoulders, and let's make your posture do some flirting for you, shall we? Now, before you start thinking, this is about doing the rock eyebrow raise or biting your lip in slow motion, let's get to what the actual science says works and what makes you look like you're trying, way too hard. So studies from the University of Kansas and Princeton, they've shown people make judgments about attraction, trust, and dominance within milliseconds of seeing someone's face and posture. I mean, people just know when someone's an alpha in the room, when someone's into them, when someone doesn't like them. One study even found that leaning slightly forward, open torso, relaxed stance, literally just existing in a confident posture creates perceived attractiveness. Another found that mutual mirroring, that thing where we subconsciously copy the other person's movement. I talked about it quite a bit in episode 1. This actually helps to increase emotional connection as well. Translation, you don't even need game, my friend. You do not need game. You need awareness. You need psychology. You need Plant the Spark, because this is the only place you're going to get high quality content that teaches you those techniques instead of just talking about the theory. The real reason this works is evolutionary. All right. We're wired to read physical cues fast, right? It's basically ancient social radar, right? Let's be honest. It started to avoid threats, right? And things like, I don't know, that saber-toothed tiger, running you down in the jungle. You better run fast or you're done, my friend. You're done. And so you need to have these cues sort of like on hypervigilant. Eventually it evolves to sort of human faces. And sometimes, we react to sort of these fearful faces, etc. But a lot of the time we're reading physical cues like an ancient social radar, right? The way you tilt your head, the way you make eye contact, the way you angle your feet. This says safe or sketchy, open or off limits, friend or flirt. Now, let's go through these 7 science-backed cues that light up the attraction radar without even a single word. Number 1, it's the obvious one. Eye contact, then smile. A University of Aberdeen study found direct gaze makes you 80% more attractive. Add a smile, game over, baby. Game over. And so if you've got an ugly mug, you better be smiling those pearly whites all day long. I mean, invest in some braces. Forget the gym. Number 2, feet pointing toward them. Psychologists call this directional intent. Our feet point to where our interest goes. If they're turned toward you while chatting, yeah, that's a green light. By itself, With other cues, Touching the neck, number 3, right? Or hair, touching the neck or hair. Not in a shampoo commercial, kind of way. It's not like they're doing that herbal essence commercial where the lady looks like she's having too much fun washing her hair. I mean, I need some of that, although I have no hair. A light self-touch signals openness. and a nervous excitement, right? A light touch. She's not groping herself. Number 4, open posture. Shoulders relaxed, chest open, no arms crossed, unless you're auditioning for a human pretzel competition, right? Number 5, leaning in. Psychologists show that when you lean into someone as they're talking, this shows real interest in what they're saying, right? But if you lean too far, right, it becomes a little bit more interest, as in like an educational type thing, more dental exam rather than actual romantic interest, right? So subtle leaning in. Then there's mirroring. And again, I talked about this in the last couple episodes, but if they sip and then you sip, if they lean back and you lean slightly after, right? Don't go full mime. It's about micro syncing, right? Not pantomime. All right. Number 7, micro expressions, the raised eyebrow, the thing that I totally failed at earlier, a half smile, a dilated pupil, right? Now, these are your subtle fireworks, and they're kind of hard to spot, but the more you work on looking for that eye contact, the more you look at the sort of subtle movements around the face, right? The key is really confidence plus comfort. Attraction isn't about perfect poses. It's about congruence. Your body can't fake what your energy is not feeling. Now, I'm going to talk about my personal experiment gone wrong. So, for this research, strictly for science, I decided to test all 7 of these cues in one night. Picture this. I was at the coffee shop. I was channeling my inner James Bond, right? No? Okay. I'm holding eye contact. Not like that, but you know what I mean. I'm leaning in, I'm mirroring, I'm smiling, I'm touching my neck like I'm auditioning for a shampoo ad. Thanks, Herbal Essence. The barista looks at me and says, "Sir, are you okay? You look like you're trying to fight a sneeze and confess your love at the same time." Or something like that. For the record, not the reaction that I'm looking for, right? That is not what I was going for. But that night taught me something. And it taught me something genuine about attraction. Attraction signals can't be faked. They emerge when you're relaxed, not rehearsed. Flirtation isn't an act, it's a vibe. Now, how do you want to radiate this confidence non-verbally? How do you actually use this body language the right way? Well, okay. So here we go again with my list, right? Step number 1, ground yourself. Before you even walk in the room, breathe, roll your shoulders, stand tall. Grounded energy is magnetic energy. Grounded energy is magnetic energy. Feel those roots. Step 2, slow those movements down, baby. Fast shows nervousness. Slow, confident. Now take this with a little bit of context, right? I mean, look, if you're running a race, you're not moving like a snail. All right. You don't want to be like Granny over here, right? When she's looking for Usain Bolt. Step 3, tilt your body slightly toward the person you like, not all the way. That hint of space, it adds tension. Step 4, keep your palms visible when talking. Research shows open palms, open palms while talking equals trust and comfort. Hidden hands? Caution. Step 5, don't overperform. When in doubt, less is more. Think effortlessly engaged, not peacock on Red Bull. Fun fact, according to research in social and personality psychology compass, body language that signals both approachability and autonomy, I see you, but I'm good over here too, is really the sexiest combination. And we all want to be sexy, baby. Let's sprinkle in some flirty psychology on the top of this beautiful, grounded Sunday of attraction. Flirting isn't just about sexual tension, first of all. It's about playfulness. It's about the play. When you smile mid-sentence, lower your tone slightly, or pause right before you answer, you create rhythm, my friend. That rhythm builds anticipation. Attraction thrives in the gap between connection and mystery. Research even shows that playful teasing increases dopamine release in both people. It literally builds rapport through laughter. So if you're joking, leaning in, making her laugh, and then you pull back with a grin, hey, you're feeding the chemistry loop. Now remember, it's not about manipulation. It's about presence. You're not trying to put on a show here. This isn't an acting audition. You're not chasing validation. You're co-creating tension naturally. Now, sometimes the signals are confusing, right? I mean, let's be real. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been alive for a long time, and I've met a lot of people in my life. I'm a cisgendered straight male, so I date women. And so I've met a lot of women in my life. And there's been a lot of times where I thought it was working, but it wasn't. Mixed signals are common because we project our attraction into friendliness or onto friendliness. She's being nice to me, and I'm thinking, dang, she's really into me. Woo, jackpot. Later. Bummer. Listen, maybe they're smiling because they're kind. Or they're your friend. Or maybe you said something funny. Or maybe they see the toilet paper stuck to your shoe. I don't know. They don't want to elope. They're just being kind. The rule, look for clusters, not one cue. If they hold eye contact, if they mirror your energy, they lean in, and they find excuses to be near you, that's likely interest. That tells you everything you need to know. I have the signs and they're consistent all of the time, buddy, you're in like Flynn. And if not, maybe the person that you're attracted to has got some attachment issues of their own. Possibly, or maybe you're just misreading them. We're not experts here, are we? If you're reading the tea leaves off one polite laugh, you're probably auditioning for heartbreak, my friend. Check your bias. Real confidence isn't assuming attraction. It's reading reality clearly and still enjoying the moment. One of the ways that I learned to stop overreading, right? Look, I used to read every signal like it was a sacred text. We all do. Maybe not all of us, but I did. A touch on the arm. We're soulmates. A laugh. She's in love. A thank you text. We're engaged. But after too many misreads and a couple emotional faceplants, I learned something huge. Body language is an invitation. It's not a contract. It's a signal. It's a sign of attraction. It doesn't mean they want to be with you. The goal isn't to decode someone. It's to connect with them. When you stop needing their signals to validate you, your signals become a lot clearer, a lot calmer, and quite frankly, a lot more attractive. So before we go, let me give you your rapid, quick checklist. So before you go on your next date or, you have that next social moment, right? You're prepared. So I want you to go in, number one, with your shoulders back and your chin relaxed. Make eye contact, then look away slowly. Smile naturally. Don't over-smile like a toothpaste ad. Speak with your body facing them, not your phone. You're not 15, or maybe you are, but don't worry about girls if you're 15 or guys. Just worry about school. Keep gestures open, not defensive. Mirror lightly, not robotically. Right? This isn't where you're like, I can copy you perfectly, friend. And then lastly, move with purpose, not like you're buffering. That calm, strong energy, right? That you know who you are and you're confident in yourself. It's attractive, man. So here's the truth. Body language isn't about control. It's about congruence. You can't fake presence. But when you align your energy, your posture, and your intention, people feel it. That's the spark. Try it this week. Pick one of these cues and use it consciously. Notice how people respond when you slow down, make eye contact, and actually enjoy the moment. And let's be honest, if you're a little nervous trying one of these things, right, one time, it's not going to show them that you're into them. You don't have to worry. You can just kind of watch for the reaction, collect a little bit of data, maybe then try it again. It's fun, right? And then you get better and better at it, and you start to feel a little bit more relaxed because of that conditioning, right? All right. If you learned something today, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and share this with a friend who thinks attraction is all about saying the right line. Spoiler, it is not. Follow Plant the Spark for daily micro tips on Instagram. And next episode, we're diving into the science of flirting, the difference between fun, fake, and full on chemistry, baby. I'm Mike. Keep your body talking, keep your spark alive, and I'll see you next time. Peace.